face painted before? I don't know if I have, actually. I think I have, probably as like a kid. The guest today, I was kind of hoping, I was asking Isaac when he was emailing, we were texting back and forth about this potential guest, and I was like, do you think that she would paint my face? But as you'll hear in our discussion, it's really relaxing for a lot of people. And I was like, yeah, I'm one of those people. It wasn't until one of my students told me about ASMR that I went and looked it up, and I was like, oh my God, this is why I love going to the eye doctor. Because, people do these videos on TikTok and they talk like this, and then they're just going to do like an eye exam. Oh my God, I love it. It just like gives me tingles and stuff. So if she was doing my face, I probably would have fallen asleep or like not been really cognizant and not asked good questions, Anyways, we had a really good discussion, and maybe I've had my face painted. I think it's like a rite of passage that every child should have their face painted, and maybe every adult too. And then actually, we finished chatting, and then as she was leaving, she's like, oh yeah, she says somebody asked me why it's like Monarch Body Art. She raises monarch butterflies. What? I was like, what? What? So she goes out into is it milkweed? I hope I get this right, Danielle. Not milk thistle. No, I think it's milkweed fields. And I guess there's one near like the monastery or something. So she goes there and in the spring, and she gets the leaves, and sometimes there's little eggs on the underside of the leaves, or the little caterpillar, little cocoon. She brings them home, she sets them up. And the most she's ever released into the wild was like 250 monarch butterflies. What? Which, thank God, because I think their numbers are declining. So amazing, Danielle. Like, way to go, saving the monarch butterfly. Anyway, more cool stuff we're going to talk about with Danielle, so stick around. Before we do, though, we got to thank one of our major sponsors, Source for Sports. Head on over to Fisher Street if you have any questions regarding the sports, okay? If you need some new things, maybe you need skates or some skis or some walking poles, because it's icy outside with the ice and the snow, and you don't want to fall. Go see Paul and his people over there. The crew, the gang over there, and they'll hook you up, okay? I'm Lisa Poivin, and this is To North Bay with Love.
It's almost that time of year. Early mornings at the rink, fresh notebooks and backpacks, and a community gearing up for another great season of varsity sports. At Source for Sports North Bay, we're proud to be part of it all. Whether it's finding your kid's first pair of skates, gearing up for tryouts, or outfitting your team for the season ahead, we've got you covered. Because here, we're not just a sports store, we're neighbors, coaches, teammates, and fans. And we're proud to cheer you on every shift, step, and stride of the way. Visit Source for Sports North Bay at 1321 Fisher Street, and let us help you along your way.
What is Monarch Body Art by Danielle?
It is my face painting business. So I do face painting and body art. So I go to events, I go to markets, I go to festivals, birthday parties, bachelorette parties, and I face paint little kids, adults, people of all ages. Yes,
When you're talking as soon as I say body art, yep. I think of Jennifer Lawrence when she played, what was that character's name in X-Men? Was it Ben? Ben knows.
Mystique. Yes, yeah, I do things like that.
My producer Ben would definitely remember Mystique.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
I'm just gonna say.
Yes. I do stuff like that. Yes.
Shoot.
Yes.
Because it would take her, it took them hours to do that. She'd have to be that's nuts.
I've never worked on somebody for hours though.
No.
Thank
So
goodness.
what have you, in terms of body, have you done half a torso or something? What do you do?
I've done, for the bachelorette party, it was completely different things. But, it was pretty much all over the arms, some legs. I used to also do, I used to be clown Giggles for another company in town.
Okay, I was going to ask about that. Okay.
Yes. So I used to go to the Nipissing University, what was it called? When they have all the soccer games and all that stuff, homecoming weekend. So we used to face paint all of their logos on the legs.
Okay.
So go Lakers go, or go the other team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah.
So how did all this start? Did you always paint?
I've been painting different mediums watercolor, acrylic for 35 years approximately. So when I started, I was around 15 years old. So, so now it's just on the body. So I used to work at Galerie Soleil as well. So I used to be an educator there. And we used to face paint on the kids there.
Yeah.
But it was simple stuff. And I'm like, the brush strokes are the same, the color techniques are the same. And it's just, trying to get it on instead of a piece of paper or a canvas, you're doing it on the body. So your body is the canvas. Yeah.
See, and that is like, and I'm loving your tattoos here that I'm seeing.
Thank you. Yeah, there's lots.
And that, to me, like, I mean, there's all kinds of, there's shows on TV now about, tattoo artists and stuff. And then there's, we were just talking about TikTok a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
And there's this lady in the UK who does face painting for kids. And so she will film herself and stuff. And it's gorgeous, the stuff she does.
Yes.
But you can tell that, like, sometimes it's, she's got her hand on the kid's face. And of course, they're like, oh, look, crow. Oh, look, a squirrel.
Yes.
Like, oh, look, and she's kind of going, okay, oh, keep your eyes closed, darling. Yep, keep your eyes closed. Oh, keep your eyes closed. I'm like, oh, man. So the patience that it must take, especially doing the little kids.
You have to move with them. You have to move with them. And you always have to ask the consent, right? Like you're always putting your hand underneath their chin or on top of their head. Or if they move a lot, you just kind of readjust them on their chairs and just tell them like where to sit and how to put their feet down. So, I mean, you give them a good posture to sit. And then usually I just grab them normally underneath the chin. If they move a lot, then it's usually on top of the head. But I will tell them. And then a lot of times, like a lot of parents will say, oh, she moves a lot. As soon as they sit on that chair and I start face painting, it's like relaxing, soothing.
Oh my gosh,
and they're just
I know.
Some of them have actually fallen asleep.
It's like ASMR. That's what it is, that ASMR.
Exactly.
That's what I said to Isaac when he said you were coming in. I was like, do you think she would paint half my face?
Yes,
then I'd be
could.
like, I wouldn't be a good interviewer because then I'd just be like I just wouldn't, I'd fall asleep.
I've had 2 or 3 kids fall asleep on my hand.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
Aww.
Oh, yeah, it was the cutest thing ever. And I'm like, whoa, she's actually falling asleep.
So when you started when you were 15, like face painting?
No, just
painting.
Watercolors and acrylic painting and all that stuff on canvases.
Watercolor.
But face painting about, I'd say 8 or 9 years ago.
Okay.
At daycares and schools.
Okay.
But it's because I used to work in there and we used to have like curriculums, different weekly curriculums, and I'd fit it in there. So if we had like zoo week, I'd face paint the kids in like tigers and lions, and it was a lot of fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you must have a lot of supplies.
Yes, I do.
Do you have specific, like, is it specific paints for
it
face
has to
and
be
body?
like non-toxic. It has to be non-toxic.
Yeah.
It's a special formula for the body.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm thinking of like, in the 80s when I was doing my Halloween costumes and stuff. I remember like that thing you got from like Woolco or Kmart with like
the grease makeup.
Yeah, the white, red, and blue or whatever it was, and you'd bring it home and then it would stay on your face for months on end. And it probably full of lead.
Because of the dye as well.
Oh, I know.
Yes. Yeah. Now it's all like non-toxic, and we make sure like the parents, some of the parents will actually read the labels.
Okay.
And which makes sense because I always bring a container. Like I do have special little containers that I put my paints in. Yeah. Just because it blends them easier. So I put my colors together, like my yellow, my browns, my beiges. Okay. And then in another container, I'll put my reds, my yellows, and my oranges. Yeah. Just it makes it like quicker to do when I get my angle brush and I do like my combination colors.
Exactly.
It goes a lot better once they're in that little container. Yeah. But I do bring the original container with me.
So they can read that. Yeah.
Because there are little kids that are very sensitive to certain things on their body.
Yeah. When you were talking about the angle brush with the lady in the UK does that. She does, like, she'll put it in and it's a neat little brush, and then she'll do these like things, like around here, but it's like one color on the top and then like a different on the bottom. It's kind of cool.
It's like an ombre effect. And then we have like special rectangular, they're called cakes, and it's for 1 stroke. So you take your 1-inch angular brush, you water the 1 stroke, and then you just keep going, and then it'll pick up every single color from that little rectangle.
Okay.
And then you'll just go to town, and then there's the rainbow all over your face. Instead of taking individual colors one at a time.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
To blend it all. Forever. Everything is already blended.
Right.
Yeah.
And then how does it work though with like just keeping everything clean? Like do you use different brushes for everybody? Like
no, but I have like a water little jug, and I completely every hour, every 2 hours, I change that water out.
Yeah.
And it's usually like lukewarm water. All depending too. Yeah. If I'm outside and it's super cold, that water's going to get cold fast. So I'm changing it more often. Yeah. But everything gets disinfected between each child. If there is a parent that does come up and say like my child is super like very, very, sensitive to certain things, I do have so many brushes with me that I will take out new brushes.
Yes.
And use them on them.
Nice.
And then put them away.
Yeah.
And if one falls on the floor, it's gone for the day.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no 5-second rule there.
No.
How did you become Clown Giggles?
Clown Giggles. Oh, it's because Telia had reached out to me because my youngest, Scar, used to go to a lot of Tickle Tills events. So we used to go whenever we'd see the balloons, whenever we'd see her face painting somewhere. We would always go, and she always noticed that we were always there. Like we loved going to her events.
Okay.
And she knew I was an early childhood educator. So she asked me, she's like, do you have any other things going on besides the school? And I think at that point I was not even working. So she's like, would you be interested in becoming a clown? I'm like, yes, that would be cool. I'm like, why not?
I mean,
she's like
you don't
face
get
painting.
past that every day.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm like, I already have face painting designs, yes, because I was doing it already in the schools and the daycares. But the balloons, I'm like, no, I have no idea. Like, I had watched her so many times doing up the balloon dogs and the
she does
swords.
those balloons.
She
Oh,
does,
man.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And I'm like, just train me on the balloons. And I'm like, face painting, I think I've got it down pat. So I'm like, that was no big deal. But it was just trying to get her designs in. So
Right.
I would just have to practice those designs. It took me like less than a weekend. So I'm like, those were easy because I'm already artistic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it just came so naturally. The balloons, not so much.
Like I think I would probably pass out.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
how do you, like blowing up all those
Oh, no,
balloons all
you get
day?
a pump. You need a pump.
You
You
do a
cannot
pump.
blow
Okay.
up the
'Cause if you tried to
360s.
blow- no, you'd be on the floor in
well,
like 2
yeah,
seconds.
because they'll also ruin your cheeks. Like, you can't even blow into that balloon.
Really? Mm-hmm. You'd be like
Yes.
Dizzy Gillespie. Was it Dizzy Gillespie with the big cheeks? With
Yes,
the trumpet
but
player
you
or
can
something?
also
Satchmo?
blow something. Like, it's dangerous. Yeah.
Dang, girl. You like blow your little eardrum out or
Yeah.
something?
Oh, yeah.
Shoot.
So, yeah, we had
Clowning,
hand pumps
clowning is
and
not
then
for the
big
faint.
ones.
Okay,
No.
like the small ones, but yeah.
Yep.
No, I was gonna say clowning is not for the faint of heart.
No, and a lot of, like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of little kiddos are scared of balloons.
Yes.
When they pop. Like,
I
and they're
don't-
not scared
yeah.
of the balloons,
Yeah,
but
but
as
when
soon
they
as they
pop-
pop, it's like, whoa, some of them get out of our line.
They're like, hey, bye.
I'm gone.
I'm not a fan of balloons in general, to be
Okay,
honest. I
yeah.
just, and then the popping, I don't
Yeah.
like it all. 'Cause
Yeah.
you never know. It's one of those like, oh.
That's
It's like when
right.
you go to the eye doctor and they do your pressure test with a little puff of air.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that. The second
First
eye.
I know the second eye. The first eye, you're okay. But then you know what's coming. So
Yes.
I'm constantly like,
Exactly.
you can't stop twitching. She's like, hey, just relax. I'm like, I know, but you're going to throw friggin' air in my eye.
Oh, yeah. I
hate it.
my niece is one of those technicians now, and she's like, my talent, you need to stop moving. I'm like,
know.
I already felt the first one. There's
Yeah.
no way you're getting, unless you strap my head in with a belt
I know.
or hold it, you're not going to get that eyeball. And she's like, I'm going to try. 3 times later, I'm like,
I know.
I still don't have it.
Yeah, because you're blinking. I know. I think they secretly like it too.
I think they do.
Yeah. So you would do the clowning
Yeah.
just at like events, or did you ever go to like?
Oh,
like
I did
the
birthday
hospitals? You
parties.
did everywhere. Okay.
I think the hospital we never went because we need special permission to do that.
Okay.
Even with sick kids, I'm reaching out to sick kids soon because my child is involved at sick kids with
Okay.
psychiatry. So even if I have to do things like that, you have to reach out to their HR and you have to talk to all that because
Okay.
there's a lot of kiddos that are allergic to face
That's
paint.
right. Yeah.
And I mean, especially in that environment too, with
Yeah.
with a hospital, you have to be super,
Yeah, and the
super.
sanitary and everything.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
You got to be,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, so you must have some interesting birthday stories or
Oh,
crazy.
yes.
I mean,
well, I used to do a lot of the big festivals. I
Okay.
am like all in with the 5-6 hour festivals where the lines are like 40 kids at once.
yeah.
I'm like, that's my zone. I love it. It's very chaotic, but I'm like, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Birthday parties, I did a few. And they're a lot of fun. They're more private. You only have like 10, 12 kids.
Right.
You have 2-3 hours to face paint so
Yeah.
many kids. They come back for more, and by the time the birthday party is done, their faces are done, their foreheads are done, their arms are done. Sometimes their legs are done.
Oh, my
especially
word.
if it's in the summer.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
everything is covered. I'm like, yeah.
all they have is a bathing suit on. The
Yes.
rest of them is like just
Yeah,
total.
exactly. It's like, bye-bye, face
And
paint.
how long does it stay on, this paint?
It can stay on until the kid takes it off, or if they sweat it off.
Okay.
Yeah. In the summer there, when it's plus 30 outside, holy
Yeah,
chicken
yeah.
nuggets.
They'll
A
just-
lot of kids come back in line. They're like, it's coming off. I'm like, oh, it's sweating all over your neck.
We often talk about the rhythm of life in North Bay. For Amanda, that rhythm was fast. Hockey practices, baseball games, juggling a full-time career, and keeping up with 2 energetic boys. But life hit pause after routine surgery led to a call she never expected. Stage 2 breast cancer. No symptoms, no warning. Suddenly, Amanda was facing a double mastectomy, reconstruction, weeks of chemotherapy and radiation treatments, and several additional surgeries. The path ahead was overwhelming. Through every stage, one question stayed with her. How do I keep being mom for my boys? Amanda's care team at the North Bay Regional Health Center made all the difference. They understood how deeply she wanted to hold on to familiar routines, cheering from the stands, being there at bedtime, staying present in the moments that gave her strength. Their compassion kept her connected to the two people who kept her fighting. She stayed present, she stayed grounded, she stayed mom. This holiday season, help ensure patients have access to the exceptional care they need during life's most challenging moments. Your gift helps patients like Amanda stay connected to the people they love while strengthening healthcare for families across our region. Visit nbrhcfoundation.ca or call 705-495-8125 to give.
Did you ever have a kid that who asked for something specific, and then you did it, and then like they didn't like it when you were done?
Yes, because some of them are very, very specific. I find that's the thing too. A lot of little kiddos are visual. A lot of them are just like they'll explain to you what they want.
Yes.
But a lot of them are visual. If you can give them a piece of paper with a marker, so that's what I've been starting to do now. I bring like little faces on the paper where my designs are in my book, but I also have blanks with markers. So I'm like, if they're like telling me what to do, and I do it, and then they're like, oh, but I wanted it like this instead. I'm like, hey, can you draw it for me?
Yeah.
And as soon as they draw it, I correct it with Q-tips. I just wet Q-tips. I'm like, here you go. Correct it. Let's go to town and change it up to what you want. Most of the time, they're happy. And I'm like, I think I've had one little kid where he went to the bathroom. He wiped it off. He sat down. He drew it out. Oh, my God, this kid was artistic. And I'm like, oh, now I understand what you mean, bud. He's like, yeah. He goes, you just didn't see it the way I saw it in my head.
You just couldn't see my vision.
Right. Exactly. And I'm like, yeah, that's totally normal. So I'm so visual myself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that helps me out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, go to town, dude.
And I mean, to do something like that, I mean, you must really be okay with criticism.
Oh, of course,
constructive
of course.
kind of a thing. Because like, you never know what you're,
Yepers. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm reading here that you also, there was a Canadian Choice Award?
Yes. My business was 7 weeks old. I received an email. It popped up on my phone, and I'm like, what is this?
No way.
I thought it was a scam email.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, Gmail normally doesn't get scam emails. I'm like, I've had a few Gmail accounts, and I'm like, this is legit. And all of a sudden, I open it up, and there's a package. It says you get a package, and all of a sudden, you click the package. It opens up to all these things that you can put on your socials, and it all says, congratulations, you were nominated. And I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm like, I was like vibrating. I'm like, oh, my God. I called my friend. I called my mom. I called my sister. I called my kids. And I'm like, is this for real? They're like, yes, it is. And I start posting it on my thing. And then I'm like, okay, cool. It's Canadian Choice Awards. I'm not going to even make it, right? I'm like, you got to be top 3 in Canada to make it to go to the show, right? And I'm like, at this point, I get like a few weeks later on November 22nd. It's pretty cool because 22 is my favorite number. November 22nd, I get another email from them saying that I am now a finalist in North Bay for face painting and body art. And I'm like,
gosh, Danielle.
oh my God. So now I get an even bigger package where I have to explain my business.
Okay.
I explain all the events I'm doing. I explain all the things that I do for the community. And then I also received a questionnaire for people to fill out. So anybody that's ever been face painted by me, I sent out emails. I posted it on my socials if you want to if you want to do this questionnaire. Most of the teachers at my school did it as well because I've also done a face painting club for the grade 3s at our school. So the principal filled it out. The grade 3 teachers filled it out. A lot of the parents filled it out. So I'm like, oh my God, thank you. It's very humbling. I'm like, holy chicken. It was nice.
It's
my
awesome.
business is just 3 months and 6 days old.
And it's the Canadian Choice Awards like for art? Like is it the art?
It's Canadian Choice
Umbrella
Awards for like mine is just the body art category.
Okay.
So whoever nominated me.
Well, I was going to say like who, you don't know. They don't tell you, but it's just, okay.
No. So I got the email saying I was nominated and I'm like, holy chicken nuggets. I'm like, nice. I'm like, this is cool. Like, I mean, I was calling Giggles for 4.5 years. And then a lot of kids at daycare and schools have been face painted by me. So I don't know at this point who nominated me, but I'm like, I'm super thankful. I'm like, thank you.
Shout out to whoever nominated Danielle.
Yes, thank you. Thanks.
So you don't. So is Clown Giggles retired now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't do balloons anymore, and I'm not Clown Giggles anymore.
Okay.
I still giggle.
Go as Danielle. You go as
I
Danielle.
go as Danielle now. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. I don't look like. I used to look like Lunette. I swear to God, I used to have piggy
Who's
tails.
Lunette?
Lunette the clown from Big Comfy Couch.
Oh,
I used to
Lunette
have,
with the
like,
big red
wee wee.
nose, and she's got
the red nose with the little freckles, and
Little
we used to have to
overalls.
face paint that. We used to wear like turquoise and teal because that was the Tickled Teals colors, and we had the apron saying that we were an entertainer for Tickled Teals, and yeah, I looked like a clown, and so many people thought I was Lunette, and I'm like, no, I'm not Lunette. I'm like, I might look like her because I had the piggy tails and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it just depended on what event I went to. I'd do piggy tails or space buns, and I'd look like a little, it was cute, but Clown Giggles is now gone. Now I'm just Danielle. I'm just show up as Danielle.
Yeah. Did you ever like go through the Timmy's drive-thru or something, like before a gig or after a gig as Clown Giggles?
I did because I had to make myself almost like a notification so that when we would unpack all of our stuff and put it back in my car to drive it to the store, I'm like, the first thing I would do before starting my car or before driving, I'm like, give me a makeup wipe. I need to take this off because there's one time, my first event ever, I was in Sudbury doing a birthday party. We went all the way there. So I do an event in Sudbury and I forget to declown. I am listening to Rammstein at full volume in my car and just going to town and singing. And I'm all of a sudden, I'm like parked in, what do you call it, at an intersection, and these people are beside me and they're like, I'm like, what do you mean?
You're like, what?
Look in the mirror. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh yeah, this is funny. Like Clown Giggles doing Rammstein.
There she is, doing her thing, just jamming out.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
So is she like? Is her little nose? What did you have it? Did you
I
paint
had
your
the
nose?
nose.
Or you had,
Yes,
okay.
yeah. We paint the
So
nose.
is she like
we
in a
paint
special case, the nose? Because I feel like clowns' noses are very important to them.
Yeah, they usually are. Yeah, we were supposed to get plastic ones. I'm not sure if they do that now. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, we used to face paint our noses.
Okay.
And we had Clown Leaf, so Clown Leaf would do a green nose. We had Clown Daisy, she would do a little heart nose.
Okay,
so
you
I had
tried
the
your
red
nose.
nose with the little black polka dots with the just little wings sometimes.
They're like
It just-
freaking Care Bears.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. We all had our own
love
little
it.
persona.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I giggle all the time. Doesn't matter where I am. Doesn't matter what I'm going through.
Oh, I see. That's how you. I was gonna say, like, how do you come up with the name? Like, do you choose your own name as a clown, or does somebody
we did.
bestow the name? Okay.
No, yeah, we did. And just take like Telia would have to approve it, but I'm like, everybody like knew me as Giggles at school and daycare, and I'm like, you're always giggling. I'm like, yeah, Clown Giggles is perfect for me. Yeah.
I always thought it'd be funny to be a clown, but be like totally grouchy, like Clown Grouchy or
Oh,
something, you know, and
gosh,
just be like a
imagine.
jerk. Can you imagine? Kind of like Billy Bob Thornton being Santa or something. Yeah.
Right,
Totally bring it
exactly.
out. I know, that'd be great. So what is... Okay, so you're teaching now.
Yeah, well, I supply I'm
Okay.
there every day to help out in the classroom for lunch. I'm there outside as the what do you call it? Like
the monitor?
Just the
Yeah, like the-
monitor.
okay.
And then I get called in for supply teaching, supply ECE, supply child and youth worker, and also supply educational interventionist. So the one that goes into the class to take away the one or two children that cannot be in the classroom all day long.
Yeah.
And I get called in almost every day now.
And you love it, eh?
I love it. I adore it. Yeah, I love kids. Yeah. Yeah.
And they probably, I mean, I think that shines through, like when you like kids.
Yes.
I think I was on a cruise one time, and the MC was, we were at a show on a cruise, and the MC was funny. And they had just had like a little kid show, and so there's all the kids, and they were still near the stage, and he was like, "Okay, kids, like time to move on. The next act is coming out. Okay, go get your seat." Of course they're not listening at all.
Yeah, no.
And then he kind of says, I remember him saying, like, kids, folks, I really like children. I do. I couldn't eat a whole one, but I like them like this. And like the parents were just like, oh my God. And then they all ran down there and grabbed the kids. I'm like, well, that's one way to get the stage clear.
Exactly.
But,
oh my God.
And I kind of feel like, I mean, they're like, they're fun.
Yes.
But I could not do it a whole day.
Oh, I do all day, and then sometimes I have an event at night, and then I still have to go home and cook supper for my.
But I tell you,
youngest.
they're hard customers, like kids,
Oh, yeah.
because they're so honest.
Yeah.
And they will just, and I'm an actor, and I did summer theater for years, and the hardest show I ever did was Robert Munch. We did a series of Robert Munch stories for the kids, and it was 11 o'clock on Saturday mornings. I tell you, I had to friggin' nap for 4 hours after that. Like they would go insane, Danielle.
I
We
believe
did
you.
Mud Puddle. I came out on the narrator and Mud Puddle. My friend Mike was Mud Puddle. Oh my God. And I just remember this one, they were like rushing it was at Nipissing University, so at least the stage was high, so they couldn't, but they were right up at the stage. And I come out and I go, that's weird. I don't see the Mud Puddle anywhere, like this. And of course, he's hiding over here, right, where the kids can see. And they're losing their minds. This one girl, I thought she was going to have a coronary. She's like, he's right there. Like she's screaming. And of course, you have to completely ignore them. You have to go on with the script and just be like, I don't know where he is. Where could he be? And they're all like, he's there.
Oh my gosh.
They get so involved.
They do.
We were drenched in sweat at the end of this thing, and it was only like an hour long, but it was they were on you, man. They could tell if you were not being truthful or if you were trying to pull their leg. Like they knew it.
They read you like a book.
Oh yeah.
I
think that's why they can be intimidating to some people.
Yeah. No.
You have fun. All right.
Oh, I love them. I'm like, come on, like, and that's the thing. Like when I have huge lineups, and the kids come just beside me to see what I'm face painting on one kid. Yeah. The parents are like, come on, give her some room. I'm like, no way, I'm okay. Yeah. This does not bother me.
I'm going to check it out.
Like, put a bunch of adults near me. That's a different story.
Okay.
Kiddos is like, no, I can have 100 by myself and I'd be okay.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the right profession for sure.
Yes.
Dang. So when do you do, when's your next event coming up?
I actually have one this weekend.
Okay.
It's a birthday party for a little girl. So she's 6. And then the weekend after that, I have another one in Callender at the community center.
Okay.
And that is for the Makers Market. So Melanie sent me a message and she's like, we want you as our face painter, like our official face painter for all of the markets coming up.
That's amazing.
I'm like, perfect. And she has one almost like once or twice every month.
I love it.
Yes.
We were at the Makers Market. We were doing we were doing a podcast there. That's so cool.
Nice. There you go. Yes.
That's amazing. Okay.
Yes.
So it's at the calendar. And that'll be, so that's great because this is going to be next Tuesday, I believe. So then that'll be next weekend.
Yeah, January 17th is my next
January
one.
17th, Calendar Center. And is it all day Saturday? Or
it's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
So it's like 4 hours. Saturdays, pretty good. And there's going to be a bunch of them in the summer on Sundays. And I'm already booked in for the Powassan Fall Fair, not the Fall Fair, the Maple Syrup Festival.
Maple Syrup, okay.
Yes. So my first ever event was at Foxfire Farms in Powassan. Okay. And ever since then, oh my goodness, that day was like a 6-hour day in the beaming sun. Because I did not have a tent then. So I put myself under the canopy of like a tree.
Okay.
Well, eventually the sun moves.
Yes. Were you
Danielle.
burnt?
Oh, no. I wasn't burnt or anything like that. My neck was a bit red, but it wasn't burnt.
Okay.
I didn't look like a lobster, thank God. But 6 hours of face painting for the first day. He, Madamus, by the time he did all the clicker of the 6 hours, 1,300 people went through his gate that day. So imagine all the kids coming at me. Oh, yeah. At one point, I could not see the end of my line. And I'm like, oh, my good God.
Do your fingers cramp up? What do you do? Do you have to do your little stretches and stuff?
No. Sometimes I do, but usually, no. I'm usually good. 6 hours, I think, was the longest event I've ever done.
Wow.
The ones that are outside get cold because some of them are in September, October, so I put the hot paws on.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there was one at Barn and Bliss in Verner. So I did the Blissmas market on both Sundays. And their barn is super cold in the winter, and it's not heated. So it's very cold in there.
Yeah.
So I put hot paws, and I'm like, that was working. And Kyle got me a nice propane lamp. So we had that near me, so I can go and warm up my hands every now and then. But besides that, it's all good.
Nice.
Yep.
Thank you so much for coming.
You are so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Well, there you have it. Okay, one of the most endearing things I found about Danielle, she had such good energy. You can tell that she's just so charismatic, and obviously the kids love her. And as we were talking, I loved when she was telling a story or something, and then she'd kind of get to the end of it and say, "Oh God, chicken, she'd say, "Oh, chicken nuggets." That was another one I bet. She'd say, "Oh, chicken nuggets. Wow, yeah, I gotta watch that or something." It's so funny. I love those little idiosyncrasies that people have. It's just fun. It's just part of who they are. Like me doing the high German and the low German, just depending on my mood, That's it for us. Hey, head over to northbayecho.ca because you can sign up for the Echo Essentials newsletter there. You can check out the other podcasts that are available on the Echo Network. Until next time, much love, North Bay.